Hello beautiful people, how are you all doing today? Hope you guys are doing well. So today's video we are still going to go back to studies in Europe, and I'm still talking about this developed country in Europe. When I say developed, I'm not just talking, okay? I think this country is the best. I think second behind Luxembourg. Yeah, I'm talking about Switzerland. Okay, now the reason why I'm talking about Switzerland is because one, Switzerland charge small tuition per semester, though you are going to pay per semester, and there are 2 semesters in 1 year. I'm going to give you the breakdown very soon. And the proof of funds is not that complicated if you want to study in Switzerland as an international student in this coming September intake. Okay, I am making these videos because so many of you have been asking me, and I want to see you in Switzerland. Hopefully, we are going to meet very soon because I live in the Netherlands and my residence permit and my visa can take me to 28 or 29 plus Mexico for free. Okay, I can take my visa to go to any of these countries. Of course, you guys know how powerful the student visa to the European Union is. So today, let's talk about the deadlines, application deadlines to Swiss universities. Let's talk about the documents you need to apply. Let's talk about the application procedure, scholarships, and then semester fees or tuition fee, or all the fees that is involved, because you have tuition fee, you have semester fee, you have some books fee. I think there is another fee you have to pay in most Swiss universities. Please do not forget that when you immigrate to Switzerland, you have up to 6 months before you can start working as an international student. Also remember that the language in your area where you are living depends on the canton. Like I say, if you are living in Canton Zurich, you have a different language from those in Geneva and other places, okay? So when you are in Switzerland, this is an advice. Make sure you try to learn the language, because after you finish a study program, you need to integrate, okay? It's very important. And do not forget that when you finish a study program, they will give you 6 months to look for a job. Otherwise, you have to exit. In my video I posted, I don't know, yesterday or today, I mentioned some important things that you can put into consideration before you migrate to Switzerland. So let's not waste more time. And before I go to the video proper, please, someone wrote me a very disturbing message. International students, I've said many times that if you want to migrate abroad, go to EU or go to Schengen countries, or countries that are in both Schengen and European Union, because it is going to be somehow easy for you to migrate, even if to navigate life. Even if it's not easy for you to navigate life, it is going to be easy because your visa can take you to 28 different countries. Let's assume that maybe you have your friends in Germany and you are in Romania, and maybe life in Romania is somehow difficult. They can maybe have a small job, okay, that will permit you do somehow and you earn some money. They can say, okay, enter a train or maybe take a flight, 100 euros, and you fly to Germany, depending on the price anyways, and you do the job, and before you know, you have money. But if you go to a place like Russia, a place like Belarus, how do you intend to navigate? Somebody is complaining to me now. I'm saying these things because I've been saying it. People don't listen to me. They keep going. As I'm talking to you now, I know 2 people in Russia. 1 person returned back to Cameroon. 2 people are currently there. 1 wants to leave, and another one is complaining. I cannot give all the details here. Please, I'm not refusing that you shouldn't migrate. If you want to migrate, consider where you are migrating. I understand most of us, we are desperate, but please listen to advice, okay? Some of these things I'm sharing here, I didn't know them when I made my first move in 2015. However, I believe you are going to understand me better. Let's go to the video. Now, if you want to study in Switzerland, documents vary per university. Okay, I can't even overemphasize on this. If you are going for a bachelor's degree program, understand that you need your high school documents. Okay, now your high school documents, if you have the transcript of records, for Nigerians, I think transcript of records come from your university, your primary education. I don't know if it's SS1 or SS2, they call it like that, but you have your WAEC, you have your NECO. Those of you with NECO, please, I will encourage you to get WAEC. Most schools, I realize that in Europe, they do not consider NECO. I'm not saying all, but most don't consider NECO. The same way most don't consider HND for masters. So you have to be tactical about this thing. However, if you are getting to a bachelor's degree, you want to apply for a bachelor's degree, get your high school documents, WASI, WAEC, and then you get your transcript. Okay, same thing applies for those in Cameroon and other countries around Africa, Egypt, Morocco, Tanzania, or Kenya or Uganda. Okay, then if you are going for masters, understand that you have to bring these documents I just listed now. Then you also attach confirmations, okay, of your bachelor's degree certificate and transcript. That's, you bring the original certificate and transcript. If you haven't graduated yet, but your transcript should have all your courses with the CGPA at least. Even if you graduated and they didn't give you maybe your final certificate, get a confirmation of results from them. I'm saying these things because I've actually done this. I know people in Switzerland now. One person moved last year, another person, in fact, there are two now doing visa application for this semester. Okay, there are 2 semesters in Switzerland, but I will encourage you to always go in for the September-October semester. You know why? Because most universities in Switzerland, I take a look at their courses and I notice that there are some courses that you can only study from September, because those courses will give you a bridge. They act like a bridge to lead you to the other courses in the other semesters. I hope you understand. And if you are looking for programs in those other semesters, it might be difficult because they need you to study these bridging courses before you can take the other courses in the other semesters. Please do not forget this advice, very important. Now, also understand that some schools will ask you for, if you are going for masters, some schools will ask you for your course description. You need your CV. Okay, you need to write a statement of purpose, and sometimes they will tell you maximum 1 page or maybe 1,000 characters or maybe 200 words or something. They will just ask you and give you a limit. Then sometimes, remember, the application fee, standard application fee in most universities in Switzerland is 100 Swiss franc, and if you miss the first deadline, late application fee will double. Sometimes it's about 75. Like if the application fee is 100 Swiss franc, they might tell you now to pay 150 Swiss franc for late application fee. Then these are the documents and some more: a copy of your international passport, and of course you also need there are so many other things they will ask you. Probably they want to also see your identity card, and also they might ask you to submit recommendation letters. Now we have talked about the document. What is the procedure when you have all these documents? Application is done online only. Every university has its own website. University of Bern, University of Lausanne, University of Geneva, University of Basel, University of St. Gallen, and so many other universities. Each of them have their separate websites. You have to go there and make the application. When you get to the school website, check the programs, check very well. Then you are going to see where you can actually apply. You fill in the forms, you attach your educational credentials. Remember, you are new to the site, you need to create an account. Keep the email and keep the password very well. Then you fill in the forms, you submit your documents in PDF copies. It's always good to convert your documents to PDF. To those of you who do not know how to convert documents to PDF, always go to your Google search engine on your laptop. Then you type PDF converter. Okay, there is one I always use. I don't know, in another video I'm going to show you guys. Then you convert your documents from there. If they are not in PDF, you convert to PDF, you upload to the application website, you pay the application fee, you submit your application. This is how it works for Switzerland, and sometimes they take 6 to 8 weeks to evaluate the documents you uploaded to them. If they ask you for something, give them exactly what you have been asked, okay? Because it's going to facilitate your application. Now, we have talked about the procedure. Remember, deadline varies from school to school in Switzerland, and I would like to elaborate on this. One, there are different universities, like I explained to you yesterday in that other video. You have federal universities, you have cantonal universities, you have applied science universities, and you have teacher education universities in Switzerland. Now, these universities, they do not have the same deadline. Federal universities, there are only 2 of them, and it's so tough to go into these universities, guys. If you don't have a GPA of 3.5 and above, don't even waste your time applying. And these universities, these 2 federal universities, we have one, ETS Zurich, which is in Zurich. Then we have the other one, which is in Lausanne. This one is EPFL. I think something something. Yeah, it is in Lucerne. They have fully funded scholarships, and most of the time, these scholarships are very competitive. Like I said, if your GPA is not above 3.5, do not even try to apply. Okay, these are top research institutions, not just in Switzerland but globally. So you need to expect something big. Or if you are trying to apply, you should know that you are competing with people who can reflect as fast as the speed of the light. Okay, then these two federal universities, which are ETS Zurich and EPFL in Lucerne, their deadline is usually just 1 month. Like when they open their portal, they will give you just 1 month to apply. They usually open from November to 15 December. So as I'm talking to you, you can't apply now. Okay, then cantonal universities usually open from the 1st of January to about 28th of February. Now, if you miss out of any cantonal university, some might increase like maybe add more days to their application period. But if you miss out on any application, check the cantonal universities now. If you miss out, then try to see if the late application is still open. Switzerland, many people do not like Switzerland because of the blocked account issue, but you can call a meeting. There was a time I said, if you guys are 4 in your family, bring your parents together, gather your 4 sisters or brothers or mix. You guys sit down and plan a meeting if there is nobody in your family abroad. The one with the best qualification, the one who is reasonable, the one who is fast thinking, the one who is smart, and the one who cares more for the family should move first. The family can contribute money, you work together, send this person to a developed country like Switzerland. Yes, Switzerland is a very strong country in Europe. To those who know, and of course, one of the most beautiful countries. To those who know, they know what I'm talking about. Now, you must not go to Switzerland. All the first 10 countries in Europe in terms of GDP ranking: Luxembourg, Switzerland, Norway, Iceland, Ireland, Netherlands, Denmark, Sweden, and all the rest, right? Any country you can locate, but remember, it's very, very expensive to enter any of these places. So you should know this. Now, cantonal university is usually from the 1st of January to like 28th February, but there is always a late application. Like I told you before, you have to pay an increased charge for application fee. Now, then the applied science universities end up like April, like from January to like April for their application deadline. So you can check them as well. Same thing like the teacher education institutions. We have talked about that. Now, what is the tuition fee in these universities? Federal universities charge like 800 Swiss franc. All right. Remember, now this tuition fee I'm talking about, I'm talking about tuition fee plus semester contribution, because you have to pay semester contribution and tuition fee with some petty fees. I think there is something called departmental fee or something. All I'm talking about the total. So the two federal universities charge just about 800 Swiss franc. That's less than $1,000. Okay, but it is very competitive to enter. Now you can focus more on cantonal universities, which charge about approximately for everything. You may end up getting like 1,300. University of Bern charge how much? 1,000 euros, $1,000, right? Then you also have applied science universities. They will charge you like 1,250 maximum. Then there are also scholarship opportunities in most of these universities, especially the federal universities. So I will still talk about the scholarship options. Then I will talk more about proof of funds. I think I mentioned that in another video, in the video yesterday. So please check it out. It's just to create an account, put the money there, and you are good to go. When you get the visa, you withdraw everything. But again, you have to understand that you are not moving to Switzerland with your empty hands, right? You have to carry money with you. So not this. Now, remember, some people may be saying, oh, it's because of the blocked account and stuff like that. But if you plan well with your family, well, for most of us who were struggling alone and finally found our way, it's going to be difficult for a process like this. But if you have a family who is still strong behind you, this is a smart way you guys can do. However, understand that if your family contribute money and push you abroad, please, you have to be focused and help the others, okay? Because they believed in you. That's why they push you here. All right. I am just helping to say these things, because I know some people, when you get abroad is not what it is. You have to make sure you stay focused on what brought you abroad. I know what I'm saying. So guys, this is all I can say. Switzerland, looking at it, the Netherlands, looking at UK, looking at the US, I think Switzerland is cheap. Yeah, so please put all these things into consideration and apply, and see you in Europe come September.